everybody. I hope you guys are doing really well. I've been telling myself that I have to force myself to do more tidbits because I feel like on a day-to-day I, have thoughts and I have things that are very encouraging, or things will happen that will inspire me and stuff like that. So I really want to share those thoughts and moments with you guys, just because I feel like it's important for me to remind myself of those things. But I always know that when I'm struggling with something or I'm going through something and I share it, even if it's just on Instagram, there's always other people who are like, you know what, I really needed to hear that right now, or I'm going through the same thing. So I wanted to share a thought that I had the other day, because certain things happened, and I realized that one of the hardest times to forgive someone is when that person doesn't acknowledge it, or doesn't even realize that they've wronged you, or they have not come to terms with what they have done. But because I know that forgiveness is not just for the other person's benefit, but for me too, because the more I forgive and the more I let go of things, the better life I'm gonna have. I realized last week that I need to give up my right and my need to understand things in order to forgive. And that is a really hard thing to grasp in my mind, and to understand and to believe it and then to do it. Because I feel like for me, even if the other person doesn't acknowledge, what they've done, or maybe how they've hurt other people, I feel like at least if I can kind of understand where they're coming from, or why they would be like that, or why they would do that, if I can understand it, then I can move forward, because I feel like, okay, I get it. And even if they don't get it, I kind of understand why it is the way that it is. It's so hard to forgive when you don't understand. And so I kind of told myself last week that I need to give up my need and my right to understand things in order to forgive, because the reality is some relationships and some people and some situations you will never understand. Even if they try to explain it to you, you probably still would never understand. And that is a really hard thing for me. And I realized that last week, and I said, you know what? I don't need to understand, but I need to forgive, because when you harbor unforgiveness, it doesn't hurt the other person. It just hurts you. And it's one of those things that grows and festers inside of you. And it steals so much joy, and it steals so many good things from you. So I don't know if that makes any sense to any of you guys out there, but in case you are in that place where it's so hard to forgive someone because you just have no clue why they did what they did, or why they are the way that they are, or how they could not acknowledge the things that they have done in their life, just give up that right and that need to understand, and just choose to forgive, and just let it be what it is. Even if it's not what you want it to be, and even if it will never be what you want it to be, giving up that right to understand is kind of freeing. And I'm 35 years old, and there are things that I have felt and that have hurt me for so many years that I almost don't want to get rid of it, because I'm like, what will I do without that hurt? It's like that hurt becomes so common, and it becomes so a part of you, and you're so used to it, that I think a lot of people do kind of want to hang on to it, because what would you do without that? You'd have a gaping hole, and what would you fill it with? And the thought just kind of came to me last week was, what if I fill it with good things? I don't need that. I don't need it. So as hard as it is to do, I have chosen to forgive without understanding, and I hope that somehow helps you, somehow speaks to you. You guys, it's a hard journey. Life is a hard journey, and the best we can do is try to make the best decisions as they come. And if we didn't make a good decision yesterday or right now, maybe the next decision can be better, and we can live a happier, more joyful life. So I hope that was helpful to you guys. I love you guys. I hope you guys know that you're not the only one out there that struggles with these things. And just always seek to be better and do better. And I hope you guys find some comfort in that, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.